Hey guys, it's Gracie from The Music Enthusiast, and today I'm here with Sasha Sloan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna get right into the questions, but what made you
Sure.
want to get in music?
Um, it was kind of the only thing I was ever good at. Um, and yeah, I don't know. My mom bought a piano off Craigslist, and it was in our apartment as a kid. And I just started playing it and took piano lessons. And then, um, you know, I never really wanted to do my lessons. I just wanted to do my own thing and write songs, and that's kind of what I how it all kind of started. And um yeah, and then I was like, I don't know what else to do. I got horrible grades, so I went to college for music in Boston at Berkeley, and then it kind of all just, yeah, I don't know, I wasn't really ever thinking about doing it, and I never thought I'd be able to, so I feel really fortunate.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing great now.
Thanks. Somehow it's kind of worked out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've obviously loved music for a long time. Do you have a favorite musical memory?
Ah, it's so hard. I feel like, so when I was at Berkeley, the way that I got into the business is I posted this thing on Reddit that blew up. It was like a picture of my house. Um, and my parents had painted dork on the front with an arrow pointing to my window. And so I took a picture of that. I put it on Reddit the next, like a year later, actually. And the next morning when I woke up, it had blown up. It was like number one on the front page. And I posted my SoundCloud in the comments. And then I got a call from someone at Warner Chapel, like, hey, we want to sign you as a writer. And then I moved to LA. So that's probably my favorite memory, just because it was all so surreal, and the way it happened was so crazy and weird. But yeah, I would say that.
I mean, that's definitely a unique way to start out,
Yeah.
but talking more about the actual business side, what was it like for you kind of starting out in the industry?
Um, it was really hard just because I moved to LA alone when I was 19. And all my friends were still in college and having fun, and I was alone, working a second job, trying to figure it out, just also trying to learn how to be adult, um, and drive a car in a major city and not die while doing it. So yeah, it was definitely tough in the beginning, but then, there were many days I wanted to quit, but I read this article, and this guy who used to run Warner Chapel said, the people who make it are the people who don't quit. And it just really stuck with me. So I just kept chugging along, and things started to fall in place.
Hmm. I mean, talking more about your music, how do you tend to find inspiration for songs?
This is a really like bad answer, but I feel like I pull inspiration from everything. Um, Books, TV shows, movies, and of course real life. But for me, I love to start a song with a lyric. That's kind of how I always work. I'll write things down on my phone, or if I hear someone say something, or I see something in a show that someone said, I'll write it down. I'll be like, oh, that was a cool thought or a cool lyric. And then I'll bring it into a session and try to make it into something.
Hmm. I mean, do you have any favorite books or movies that you usually go off of?
Not really. I don't know. I love comedy. It's like one of my favorite movies is This Is the End. Basically anything Seth Rogen, I'm very in. Um, but Forrest Gump, anytime I watch that, I'm very inspired. Anything also very sad. I just, it gives me that like general feeling of wow, I could write right now.
Yeah. I mean, you recently released your new song, When Was It Over? And how are you feeling about that release?
Good. I put out an entire album during a pandemic, and now I feel like the song was like released semi during a pandemic, so it feels a little better. Like at least, you know, being able to like kind of be around people and not be as terrified.
Yeah.
um, but it's cool because that song is with someone that I have admired for a long time, Sam Hunt. And he's just so talented and incredible, and I just am really honored and like proud to have a song with him.
Yeah, I mean, what was that like for you guys collaborating during a pandemic?
So we wrote the song actually 2 years ago,
Okay.
and then it was kind of just sitting around for a while. And the production wasn't right. It was like written to more of like an EDM style track. And so I was like, hey, why don't we reproduce this and like put a guitar under it because I love the song.
Yeah.
Um, and then my producer and I did that, and then we sent it to Sam, and he's like, "I'd love to be on this." And then we kind of just traded vocals back and forth, but we never saw each other.
I mean, I guess that's what happens during COVID times.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of
But
phone calls.
yeah, the song turned out amazing. I love it.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a weird one to make, but really, really fun.
Hmm. I mean, have you personally seen your music change from when you started to now?
Like the way that I write and
Just in general,
stylistically.
like the sound or the writing.
Oh yeah. I mean, in the beginning, I didn't. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I really didn't know what I was doing. Um, and yeah, I think it's just natural for people to evolve, let alone music. I think I started putting music out when I was 21 or 22, and now I'm 26. So I'm just a totally different person, and with that comes just natural change in the music. But this next record that I'm working on is like the most different that I've ever done, which I'm really, really scared about, but also really excited.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have any future projects that you could hint at, but could you talk more on that without giving too much away?
So I have some more features coming out this year. Can't say
Okay.
with who. Um, and yeah, I hopefully will be putting out an album this year. Um, it's every day. It's a different percentage of done depending on my mood and which songs I like. Um, but yeah, so hopefully an album this year. I'm excited about it. It's it's I keep calling it Mad Girl versus Sad Girl because it was written just during a pandemic and me being angry at the world.
Yeah,
But I'm excited for it.
I'll definitely be on the lookout for it. I can't wait for new music.
Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate
Uh,
that.
this is this is more of a fun question for you, but if you could describe yourself and your music in 2 to 3 words, what do you think they would be?
Oh God, I'm so bad at these. Sad, bittersweet music.
It works.
It's a horrible answer, but
It's okay, it works. I mean, I put you on the spot.
that's unfortunately all I've got for you.
It works, it works. Obviously you've had a lot of collaborations. Do you have any dream collaborations you would want for the future?
Um, every time I say them, I feel really weird saying them because they've never heard of me and probably don't ever want to work with me. But um, I have favorite artists who I'd obviously love to do something with someday, like Regina Spektor, Brandy Carlisle, um, anyone, any two of those would be amazing.
You never know, it could happen.
Never know.
Do you have a favorite song at the moment?
My favorite song at the moment is Between Me and You by Brandon Flowers. It's
Mm,
been on repeat.
yeah, it's a good song.
It's really good.
My last question for you. Our
Mhm.
blog is all about up and coming artists. Do you have anyone that you would want to recommend to others?
Oh my God, I'm so bad at these questions because I don't listen to any music because I'm an awful person. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, Lauren Aquilina. She's awesome. She came out on tour with me. Um, let's just do her. She's
Perfect.
awesome.
We'll definitely check her out.
I love her music. She actually just put out an EP that was incredible, and I've been like walking a lot and just like playing it her EP on loop. She's an awesome singer, performer, and writer. So definitely check her out.
Yeah, for sure. We'll check her out. Thank you so much for doing this interview. It was so great to talk to you.
Thanks, you too. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. I have a 12-year-old sister. She wanted me to say that she's a really big fan.
That's so sweet. Oh my God. Tell her I said hi. What's her name?
I will. Sophie.
Okay, tell Sophie I said hi.
But thank you so
Really
much. And
sweet.
hopefully we can do an in-person interview one day.
Yes, I think I'm coming there in the fall.
Okay.
So yeah, that
I'll
would
be on the
awesome.
lookout.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll get you a ticket to the show and we'll finally meet in real life.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for this. I
Bye.
appreciate it.